Hey fellow photographer, how's it going? I'm Michael Zelbel. In this video I would like to talk about using a red filter in your photo editing software, in particular Photoshop, when you convert portraits or nudes into high-key black and white images. Because the red filter will do some very nice things for us when we do that. But the reason I am making this video is actually I want to apologize to the people who are in my Facebook group, because over there I think we did a discussion which was a little bit misleading. So I say sorry if you're in my Facebook group. No, not because you're in the group. I mean, that's a good thing. But if my comments were a little bit misleading. In the group, we had a beautiful black and white high-key nude image of Bill Davidson. A wonderful thing. The model is sitting there in a little bit of a crouched pose, and her skin tones are really bright and really even and really clean, and it all looks really beautiful. So underneath the video, I commented and said, hey, wonderful high key. Bill, did you use a green filter for the conversion? And Bill said, yes, I did it in Lightroom. And of course, then we directly got the questions, oh, what is it about this green filter? Is it like black magic or something? And no, it is not. It's absolutely not. I would not even recommend using a green filter for this type of photos. I like a green filter because I'm really old, and in the past, in the distant past, in the very beginning of digital cameras, we liked green filters for black and white conversion for various reasons. But nowadays, you would just make your black and white mix simply according to your photo. Meaning, if you've got a lot of green grass in your photo and you want this grass to be brighter in your black and white image, you would probably use a green filter, because then green is rendered brighter in your black and white result. If you've got a lot of blue water and that should be brighter, you would probably use a blue filter. And in this case, we've got skin tones. Yeah, they are not green unless you are shooting. Unless you're not shooting aliens, let's say, they might come with green skin. But if it's human beings from this planet, there's no green in the skin, and also no blue, but a lot of red and yellow. So it's kind of orange. So an orange filter would be cool. But what is nicer, though, is a red filter, and I would like to show you that. For that, I will apply it to a photo which is somewhat similar to Bill's photo in the group. It's a photo of a model sitting there, and she has got a pretty dark skin tone. Not because that's better, it's just to show you don't need a pale model to make a high-key photo. That's really not necessary. You also don't shoot it really, really bright and then lose all the details or something. No, you should just shoot a regular photo and then all the magic happens in the conversion. So this photo is a RAW file that means there are a lot of spots and imperfections in her face. So there's a lot of redness in some areas and a lot of little red spots and so on. Because I didn't apply any skin filter. I also didn't apply the texture filter in Lightroom or something. No, it is what it is. Now let's edit this photo in Photoshop. And over there, we will do a non-destructive edit of this photo. We will just add an adjustment layer on top of the raw data. When it comes to black and white, then a lot of people like to use an adjustment layer called Channel Mixer. And this is perfectly fine. You can make really good black and white photos with that. Fantastic, but why not use the adjustment layer that Adobe made for this purpose? And that's called black and white. So simple. So I add the layer, and what happens then is the skin tone of the model is rendered pretty dark, which is correct. She got a pretty dark skin tone. So the standard setup of this adjustment layer would render the model dark. I don't want that in high key. I want her skin to be bright. Now this adjustment layer has got a preset, which in the beginning is the preset default, which makes sense. But what happens when I choose another filter. Now let's choose the green filter that we talked about in the group. Wow, her skin is getting brighter when using the green filter. But this is not because it's a green filter. This is simply because the reds and the yellows in this filter preset, they are a bit boosted. They are rendered brighter. But it has nothing to do with green. The green channel doesn't play a role in this image, which just has skin tones. What is nicer, though, is a red filter. If I choose that, then her skin is getting really bright. And another thing happens, which is fantastic. If you have a look at her skin issues, they are gone. If you look at it without the filter, then you see the redness and you see little red spots on her skin and under the eyes and so on. But with the filter, it's filtered away. Why? Because this filter is lifting the red tones. It makes them really bright. So it makes the skin bright. It makes the little skin issues also really bright. All in all, you don't see the skin issues anymore, and you don't even need to run a skin filter over the image. This is probably one mistake that some people make. They run a skin filter over the color image and then do the high key. It's not necessary. You just lose the skin structure. You just lose information. With a red filter, it's good enough in most cases. So there you have it. That's a red filter. If you like to do something similar but do it directly in Lightroom, I think it's even easier. Let me know in the comments, then I show you how to do that in Lightroom or the new Lightroom CC or whatever software you're using. Let me know. I'm going to do it with the same photo over there. Alrighty. With that said, have a lot of fun with your high key images and good light.